Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you could join me today. This is your quiet time to relax, to breathe deeply, and to slow down. Today, we'll be spending some peaceful moments together inside the world of Harvest Moon, hero of Leaf Valley. So, just sit back, get comfortable, and let me guide you through this cozy journey. Here we are, standing in Leaf Valley. The morning sun is warm, and the air feels fresh, as if the whole valley is waking up with us. We can hear the soft footsteps on the wooden floor of our farmhouse. Do you remember your grandpa's farm? I am not sure what to do with it now that he's passed on. I heard it might even be torn down to make way for a Funland amusement park in 2 years. Why don't you take a look and see what's left there? And be sure to say hi to everyone in town. Your grandfather said that we're good people. Grandpa's farm feels so spacious. And you know what? When you first start playing Harvest Moon Hero of Leaf Valley, the game doesn't give you much. You only have a water well, a field to plant on, 4 potato seeds, and just a few pennies, barely enough to buy more seeds. But instead of spending them on seeds, I'm planning to buy an egg so I can raise a chicken as soon as possible. This is the barn. It must have been full of cows and horses back in the day. This is the chicken coop. It's pretty old and dusty. Finally, we're going to take a look inside Grandpa's house. Let's open the door. This looks like a map to the village. I think I'll keep this handy. It's a dusty bookshelf. It's a pretty old TV, but it looks like it still works. When you first arrive, the ones who greet you are the Harvest Sprites Knack in Red, Flack in Yellow, and Nick in Blue. These 3 mischievous yet kind little spirits will be your first friends, and they absolutely love mushrooms. You know, one thing I really like about Leaf Valley is the villagers. Each person feels unique, and some of them have pretty funny personalities. We're Harvest Sprites. We're a part of this land. That's why we're so worried about a Funland being built here. Please, can you help us stop it from being built here? Harvest Goddess, the protector of Leaf Valley. She lives at the Goddess Spring and only appears when you throw something into her pond, preferably fruits or vegetables, which she loves. But be careful, she won't show up if you toss in something she dislikes. A puppy is abandoned in the rain. What do you do? There's trash on the ground. What do you do? I wanted to keep it, but I think about how different this game is from modern games. There's no rush, no pressure, no leaderboard telling you who's the best. It reminds me of when I was younger, when days felt longer, and even small things, like watering plants, felt meaningful. And maybe that's why I always come back. Let's begin by meeting the people of Leaf Valley. While looking for plants or fruits. Lila is a gentle and graceful woman who loves flowers and baking. She runs a shop where she sells seeds for your farm, and she spends most of her days there. Among the villagers, you'll also meet Louie, a brilliant inventor. His shop sells tools like brushes, fishing rods, bug nets, and more. He can even upgrade your tools to use less stamina. His favorite gift? Omelets. Let's go to the ranch. Bob owns a ranch near his home and is skilled at raising horses and cows. If you neglect your livestock, Bob might drop by to check on them. His younger brother Tim is an energetic explorer, always on the lookout for hidden places, treasures, and bugs, which happen to be his favorite. By the way, Bob really loves milk. You can actually get free milk when you work at his ranch. And if you give that milk to him as a gift, he'll eventually reward you with a horse. On the other hand, Tim really likes eggs. Oh, Valberry. Woody is the carpenter of Leaf Valley. He owns Woody's Carpentry, where the brothers Joe and Kurt work alongside him. There's nothing. Oh wait, green herb. If I remember right, this spot sometimes has an orange. Rudolph works in the mines for Funland, digging up stones and ores. When tired, he takes a break at the bar. He's happiest when you give him valuable items from mining. New combos, dodging at the right time. It's 100 gold and bone Monday and Friday, 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. See Rudolph for details. By the way, the Harvest Goddess is also a special marriage candidate in your 3rd year. To win her heart, her friendship points must be higher than any other girl's, and you'll need to complete the Tale of the Harvest Goddess Temple. Now, let's go look for the other villagers. Valberry again. If you give these insects to Tim, he'll reward you with 10 gold. Wallace, Katie's grandfather, runs the Sunny Garden Cafe. He loves Katie dearly and won't allow her to work late at night. It's locked. Yeah, absolutely locked. Where is she? Blueberry. I love blueberry. Maybe we'll stop by the shop to buy some egg. Ronald runs a grocery store in the village. Here you can buy everyday goods like eggs, cheese, and honey, or sell your harvest and fish to him. You know what's funny? Every time I go back to Harvest Moon, Hero of Leaf Valley, I remember the very first time I got a horse. At first, I didn't even know that giving milk to Bob would eventually lead me to getting one. I was just like, oh cool, free milk, thanks. And then later on, boom, I got a horse. It felt like the biggest achievement ever. Even though in reality, it was just a small step. But riding around the valley with that horse, that's when I felt like, yeah, I was really part of the game world. Same thing with animals in general. Taking care of cows, brushing them, feeding them. Sometimes it feels repetitive, but honestly, that's kind of the charm. It's like having a daily routine, something steady you can count on. And that's what makes Harvest Moon cozy. I'm out of gold. Maybe I'll go look for some insects for Tim. I forgot which villagers I haven't met yet. Oh, I still haven't visited the ones at the villa. Dia is a shy girl who prefers books and quiet moments. She has a soft spot for frost pansies and blueberries. She lives in Clove Villa with Gina and Martha. Gina is kind and caring, while Martha is like a grandmother figure, looking after both Dia and Gina with warmth and love. Switching gears to Genshin Impact. Oh man, pulling on banners is always a roller coaster. There was this one time I saved for weeks, literally saving every Primogem, doing every daily, not spending anything. And when the banner finally came, I lost the 50 over 50. It was heartbreaking, but at the same time, kind of funny, because right after, I ended up pulling a 5-star on the next try anyway. And that's just how Genshin is. Sometimes it breaks your heart, sometimes it surprises you. But honestly, the characters are what keep me hooked. Like, I have my favorites, not because they're the strongest, but because I just like them. Sometimes I'll build a whole team that isn't even meta, just because I enjoy their personalities or playstyle. That's the fun part. The game feels personal. And then there's the exploration. Running around Teyvat, climbing cliffs, gliding off mountains. There's always something new to see. Sometimes I don't even do quests. I just log in, walk around, and enjoy the scenery. It's almost like going on a mini trip, but without leaving my chair. Now, about Zenless Zone Zero, that game is pure energy. The combat feels so smooth. Switching characters mid-fight, landing combos, dodging at the right time. It's really satisfying. And the art style, the music, it feels modern and stylish. I like the city vibe a lot. It's totally different from Genshin or Harvest Moon. I remember the first time I tried the combat system. It was a bit overwhelming, but after a while, it just clicked. And then I couldn't stop. I just kept replaying fights because it felt good to chain attacks together. Then there's Parsley, an adventurer who cares deeply about nature and plants. He spends his time studying herbs and preserving the environment, so giving him herbs will make him happy. and it looks like I haven't planted anything yet. Let's take a few seeds and gently press them into the soil, one by one, with care and patience. Now, we'll water them, hearing the soft splash of water, watching the ground grow darker as it drinks. Wait, I don't think I've met Ponta the raccoon yet. Finally, there's Ponta, a mysterious raccoon-like creature. Few villagers even know he exists. Ponta loves fish and fishing. If you give him fish, he'll reward you with cooking recipes or fish prints. Something is written on it. I don't know the language it's written in, though. Let's back home. Oh wait, I don't think I've met Gwen and Katie. I'm looking for Gwen. Where is she? Maybe she's still outside. There you are. It's written in the book. Gwen is a strong-hearted girl who adores animals. Whenever your pets get sick, she's the one who will come to help. You'll often see her near her grandfather Woody's house or around Bob's ranch. Gwen is also a marriage candidate in the 3rd year, but to marry her, you'll need to raise your animal's affection, increase her friendship points above all the others, and complete the tale of the endangered weasel. That's a closer look at the people of Leaf Valley, each with their own quirks, stories, and sometimes even the chance to become your partner for life. Katie, on the other hand, is cheerful, lively, and always full of energy. You'll usually find her at her father's cafe, but sometimes she strolls through the town, especially on Mondays. It's been late, time's to go home. So yeah, these 3 games are really different, but that's what makes them fun to rotate between. Harvest Moon gives me peace, Genshin gives me adventure, Zenless gives me action. If I'm tired, I'll go to Leaf Valley, take care of some cows, water my crops, and call it a day. If I feel like exploring, I'll log into Genshin, climb some cliffs, or wander around the latest region. And if I want something exciting, I'll hop into Zenless, smash some enemies, and enjoy the flashy animations. It's like each game matches a different mood. And honestly, that's why I never get bored. Even if I stop playing one for a while, I always come back to it eventually. It's like switching channels, but with games. At the end of the day, they're just fun in their own way, and it's nice to have a mix. Something slow, something big, and something fast. Kind of like a balance, but without me really planning it that way. It just works. That's all. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions, feel free to write them in the comments.